They just show up. And you know what people say about them behind their backs? Man, that's not normal. That guy's obsessive. They say it to make themselves feel better. But deep down, they are scared. They are scared because that person has conquered the one thing they cannot, their own mind. There is an ancient system in the Indian Vedic texts that produces exactly this kind of frightening consistency. It is not motivation. It is not hustle. It is called Abhyasa, the practice that never breaks. And once you understand how it works, you will never break a goal again. But there is a catch. This system requires you to kill a part of yourself you love very much, your comfort. Before I show you how to build this unbreakable mind, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. The story I am about to tell you is about a guy named Arjun. Not the warrior prince, but a guy just like you. He was smart. He had big dreams. But he had one disease. He could not stick to anything for more than 2 weeks. Gym. He'd go hard for 10 days, then miss a Monday, and quit by Friday. Meditation? 1 week, then he forgot. Reading? He bought the book, read the first chapter, and it's now collecting dust. The pattern was always the same. Monday, total motivation. Wednesday, the first mental negotiation. Friday, complete surrender. Sunday, guilt and promises about next week. Arjun tried everything. Apps, alarms, motivational videos. Nothing worked. Why? Because he was fighting a war he didn't understand. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells us exactly what the problem is. He says the mind is like the wind, restless, turbulent, and obstinate. Arjun was trying to control a hurricane with a to-do list, until the day he discovered why the ancient yogis could perform Tapasya, intense discipline, for years without missing a single second. In the modern world, we make promises. I promise to start working out, but your brain knows that a promise is just a wish. It is reversible. If you break it, nobody cares. You just feel a little bad, and then you move on. But in the ancient traditions, there is something called a Sankalpa. This isn't a promise. It is a solemn vow. It is a debt you pay to existence. When a yogi takes a Sankalpa, the option to quit is removed from his brain. It is no longer a choice. It is a fact. Arjun realized he had been treating his goals as options. So he used a psychological trick that mirrors the Sankalpa. He stopped making private promises. He started making public declarations. He wrote down, "I am a person who trains for 45 minutes every single day for 90 days. If I miss one day, I am a liar." He posted it. He told his friends. He told his family. His friends laughed. They said, "Bro, relax. You're being too dramatic." Perfect. That laughter became his fuel. Now, when he wanted to sleep in, he didn't just have to fight his laziness. He had to fight the shame of being a public failure. He made the pain of quitting greater than the pain of doing the work. But here is where the real fight started. Even with the social pressure, Arjun woke up every morning wanting to quit. His body screamed. His mind begged for 5 more minutes. This is where most of you fail. You waste your energy asking yourself, when should I do it? Now or later? Should I run in the morning or evening? You are burning mental fuel deciding when to drive instead of actually driving. The ancient rishis had a solution. Brahma Muhurta, the time before the sun rises. Arjun picked 5 a.m. Not because he liked mornings, but because at 5 a.m., the world is dead. No emails, no calls, no friends asking to hang out. He didn't have to find time. He took the time before the chaos started. The first week was hell. His body fought him every single day. But by the second week, something strange happened. He started waking up 2 minutes before the alarm. His body realized he isn't negotiating anymore. When you stop negotiating with yourself, your body falls in line. Now Arjun faced a new enemy, boredom. He started thinking, I should switch up my workout. I should try a different book. I need variety to stay interested. This is the biggest lie in self-improvement. Variety is where consistency dies. The moment you change your routine, your brain has to make a new decision. Which exercise today? How many reps? Every decision is a crack where laziness can enter. The masters of Abhyasa do the exact same thing, at the exact same time, in the exact same way. Arjun locked it down. Same warm-up, same exercises, same meditation. His friends called him a robot. Good, you want to be a robot. Robots don't have bad days. Robots don't feel unmotivated. Robots just execute. By week 4, he wasn't even using willpower anymore. He would start his push-ups before his brain even woke up. He had become a machine. On day 40, Arjun got sick. On day 50, he had to travel for work. This is where the all-or-nothing mindset kills you. You think, if I can't do my full 45 minutes perfectly, I might as well skip today and start fresh tomorrow. That is the voice of the loser. In the ancient philosophy, the practice must be Akhanda, unbroken. A river can get small in the summer, but if it stops flowing completely, it dies. It becomes a stagnant pond. When Arjun was sick, he didn't skip. He just lowered the intensity. He did 10 minutes of stretching instead of 45 minutes of lifting. When he was at the airport, he walked laps around the terminal. He didn't care about having a perfect workout. He cared about keeping the streak alive. The moment you create a gap, you are telling your brain that your Sankalpa is weak. Never break the chain. Reduce the weight, reduce the time, but never zero. Here is the final secret. Life will try to break you. The car will break down. The family will need you. Most people panic and skip their habits when chaos happens. But the disciplined man has already solved the problem before it happens. Arjun wrote down every excuse he could think of. What if I wake up late? I do a 15-minute high-intensity session. What if I am injured? I train my mind with meditation. What if I have guests? I wake up an hour earlier than them. He didn't make decisions during the chaos. The decisions were already made. When the obstacle came, he didn't panic. He just executed Plan B. On day 90, Arjun completed his vow, but he didn't celebrate. He didn't post a selfie, because something terrifying had happened. He was no longer the same person. His friends told him, "You've changed. You're too serious now. You need balance." When people tell you that you need balance, it means your discipline is shining a light on their laziness. It makes them uncomfortable. Good. Let them be uncomfortable. Arjun didn't just build a habit, he killed his old self. The version of him that negotiated, dead. The version of him that needed motivation, dead. He stopped being a person who tries to work out and became a person who is the workout. This system, public vow, non-negotiable time, boredom, and no gaps. It is not for everyone. It is for the few who are tired of being average. It is for the few who are ready to scare people with their focus. The question is, are you ready to kill the part of you that loves excuses? If you are, write your declaration in the comments. Tell me one thing you will do every single day for the next 90 days. Don't just think it, write it. Make it real. I am reading every comment. Welcome to the war. Subscribe to control the chaos.